So, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Aditya Shekhar Singh. I am currently pursuing bachelor's in computer science from Manipal University, Jaipur. I am in my fourth year, and as of now, I have done one internship in LTI Mindtree. Currently, I am doing it as a software development intern, and recently, I have cracked TCS Prime, which was in my campus drive as my campus drive. Yeah, that pretty much sums me up.
Okay. So, how did you know about the TCS?
So first of all, my college comes under the TCS Priority Hiring Program. So as for that, TCS was having NQT exams somewhere around in October. My NQT exam was on 3rd October morning shift, and after the results declared, around 418 candidates were eligible for interview, under which 39 was from Prime.
Okay. And US
And yes,
and you got that prime offer?
yes, I got.
Okay, congratulations. Okay.
Thank you so
As
much.
you told that 418 students were selected from your college or from all over the all over.
No, totally from my college. Somewhere around 800 students gave the NQT exam from that 480.
Yeah, so it's a, pretty big number.
Ah, no, sorry. Is for interview, not totally.
Yeah, yeah. But it was a pretty big number. Okay. So, how was the TCS NPT exam?
I would say it was decent. Like for two aptitude section, which was first was the main mathematics section, which was somewhere tough for me, and in the second one, it was quite decent. I would not say cakewalk, but it was decent. Logical reasoning, verbal reasoning, and quant. And after that, the two coding question. So according to me, I am doing a competitive program in lead code and GFG and all. So it was pretty cakewalk for me. The two questions, the time limit was 1 hour and 50 minutes, but the both question I've done it in 10 and 15 minutes. One was palindrome number question, and second was a simple sum and average. So the question level was not that difficult. Nothing.
Okay. So, have you faced any difficulty by using TCS compiler? Because we have heard so much calls about TCS compiler.
Yeah, actually, I've heard the same in my college also. Some of the students were facing the same difficulty, but no, not in my computer. It was pretty smooth. Uh, it took a while for me to understand the compiler fully. After that, it was nothing, no problem.
And you chose which language for your coding?
Totally on C++ for data structures.
Okay, great. So yeah. So and you told me that you are into competitive programs. So the question was very cakewalk for you. Okay. So and have you prepared for aptitude?
Sorry.
Have you prepared for aptitude?
I would say not that much. I am pretty lucky in this regards because the PCS was having coding questions also with priority. That if someone only uh, clears the coding question, he will be eligible for Prime. Because mm, my aptitude preparation was not that up to the mark. I thoroughly prepared verbal reasoning, logical reasoning, and a little bit of quant.
Okay, so someone that is pretty good in coding, they can get easily prime offer or at least digital offer.
Yes.
Okay, so can you please tell me how you prepared your coding, how it started, how's the journey?
So yeah, yeah. So back in my first year, I started with C language, but on my 11th and 12th class in school, uh, I was having Python as in my CS computer science subject. So, but I didn't study that much there. But in my through after that, in my first year, I started learning C language. After that, in second year, I switched to C++. Then I introduced in my third semester to GFG and lead code. I did a lot of questions there. And after that, I switched to JavaScript full time for web development stuff. And currently, I'm doing Java development as my LTI my entry wants to do.
Okay. So you are currently doing an internships.
Yes.
Okay, great. So yeah, and you got your offer letter on like in December or earlier.
Currently, I've not got my offer letter. Uh, I'm connected with my student placement coordinator.
Yeah.
He's saying that the offer letter will be rolled down somewhere around 15th of January or after that.
Okay, you got your result. That is why you know.
Yeah.
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 So congrats again. Okay, so do you have any message for the people that basically preparing and finding so hard for getting a job because the job market is not pretty good, and in that time, TCS is the only hope.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally. First of all, if you are in your second or third year, if you are in your second year, first focus on data structures and side by side make some good projects or normal tic-tac-toe projects in web development and started brick by brick after that. And if you are in your third year, then you have to be uh, mix up upon all these subjects. Firstly, you have to focus on aptitude because I have noticing the market trend that nowadays companies are asking more on aptitude side and basic bs,
Yeah.
not that much. uh, b- uh, 1 week ago I was having the written test of sorry CBT test of Amazon. They were having normal data structures question. Nowadays companies are not focusing on DSA in coding round rather than aptitude.
Okay. Okay. So the person that basically wants to prepare for any interview, that they should focus on aptitude. For aptitude, do you have any websites or any resources that you want to share?
For aptitude, you can prepare on India Bix. That is totally free of cost. Uh, and my college is having ODI platform. It can simply prepare for my aptitude. So I didn't explore many after that. India Bix is the one.
Okay. Okay. As per your experience, what do you think that for TCS, how much projects or internship plays role in your resume, or it doesn't?
Uh, if I talk about what they ask in my interview, so it was only 15 to 20% from my internships and projects. It was a total completely opposite.
Okay. So, do they focused on like the core fundamental subjects that we study basically in computer science, or
Mm.
yeah, yeah? Can you please share what was asked?
Okay. So, uh, before going to the interview, I was totally binge watching all the TCS Prime interview experiences on YouTube, even on your YouTube channel as well. That's why I came across that they will be asking this, this, and this. And the first question I encountered was, "What is the meaning of your name?" There was a little smirk in my face, and I explained that my name is Aditya. Aditya means sun. There were three interviews in front of me, TR, MR, HR, and they were bombarding questions from all the three directions. This, that, this, cross question each and every silly points also that, okay, Aditya, sun, SON or SUN? For 2 seconds, I contacted him. Okay. So SUN. SUN means the star which is in the center of our solar system, and it is only for our solar system. To be honest, for the whole interview, I guess they were checking my confidence, and in that area, I was more on the arrogant side. Not, no, I was losing confidence. So after that, they started asking more on. So they asked, "What can I ask you?" Like I said, "Your choice." They said, "Tell me." I said, "Sir, I can introduce myself." So they asking, okay, Aditya, they closed my resume and they said, "Introduce yourself without mentioning anything from your resume, even your name." I said, "I'm a human on this planet Earth. And if I talk about my extracurricular activities, because they don't want to answers regarding your technical skills at that time. I mentioned that I'm a reader. I read Bhagavad Gita and uh, self-help books. I'm into fitness. They asked how many push-ups you can do in 1 hour. I said 100. They were like shocked. They were shocked. My God, sir, it was 1 year ago scenario. Now it's not there that much. And I mentioned that I've played under ranking cricket. Also, yeah, astrology. I talk about astrology for 5 minutes. They were like, okay, good. Now we are moving to technical skills. So they talk about, okay, Aditya, so you are a full stack developer. So tell me, if you are building a website and a user wants to log in into that website, but he forgets his password, you have to basically implement forget password functionality. And so where will you implement JWT here? JSON Web Token here, here, that user gets the same credential. How will you authenticate him that he's the right user or not? So I think about for a while. I was not having the correct answer at that time. So I said, sir, I don't. So he be like, okay, let's move forward. So, okay, Aditya. So you have also mentioned that you are into front end also. So tell me, in React, what is component? I explained it, and what are its advantages. I said, so it can be reusable here and there. Okay. So if you are implementing a button feature in your component code in front end, then can you tell me that how will you differentiate if you are reusing it again and again? I said, I think for 30 seconds. I said, so we can use ternary operator in proper React component. We can pass Boolean values as a prop or context API or Redux, and we can check that is the button for this component or that. He was satisfied. And oh yeah, so basically he will check confidence at every level. He said, so you are into reading, can you tell me one book? I said, yeah, How to Train Your Subconscious Mind. I read it fully. So he said, who's the author? I said, Dr. Joseph Murphy. He declined it. I go, "Acha, okay." I guess, sir, I guess, sorry sir, you are referring to some another book, because the book I have written is written by Joseph Murphy. He was satisfied after that. So coming back to technical, he asked then, the blender I make was a silly one here. He asked, what is vanilla? So Aditya, why do many organization are turning back to vanilla JS if React JS offer great functionalities? You said. So I have done React JS backend. Currently, I'm working in Java Spring Boot, but I didn't. I didn't know this foolish concept that it's plain simple JavaScript is also known as vanilla JavaScript. I was completely lost there, because I was quite nervous at that time. So I get he was HR who explained me that vanilla JavaScript is plain JavaScript. मैंने कहा शक्ल तो बनानी पड़ेगी थोड़ी सी। तो उन्होंने आगे फिर मूव करा। उन्होंने बोला, ओके, नाउ आदित्य, एज यू सेड, यू हैव आल्सो डन डीएसए, सो कैन यू डू यू रिमेंबर what was the question in your NQT exam? But yes, sir, I explained both of them. He was happy. So he said, can you implement the palindrome question? And I go, yes, sir, I have done it in 10 minutes in NQT exam as well. I can do that here too. So he gave me the spiral and I solved it. Why solving? He he was trying to break my concentration. One of them mentioned that, okay, Aditya, so what is DALI? I go, okay. So DALI is a open source software provided by ChatGPT for image generation. So I go, okay, what is the tech behind it? I'm not into ML as for now. Uh, but he was trying to push my limit, basically how far I know. So I answered that, so DALI, first of all, use NLP to process the user query. After that, in the backend, they will use CNN, Correlational Neural Network, for image generation. He was satisfied after that. And it was my तुक्का, थोड़ा बहुत तुक्का मारा था इसमें, जो कि सही बैठ गया। मतलब हाँ, एमएल करी थी थोड़ी, तो थोड़ी नॉलेज थी इन चीज़ों के बारे में। तो आफ्टर दैट, while I was solving, he was totally misguiding me. Said, you are using that n variable wrong here. I don't think it will be done that. Can you explain me what is percentage and module here and how this will loop will end? So basically, at that time, he was totally checking the confidence. I said, sir, it will be done like that. I will explain you in a few minutes because I have done the same concept in my question. Super. Yeah. After that, what happened? Mm, then they moved on to basically HR questions. He said that, "Okay, Aditya, why do you want to join TCS?" I mentioned that uh, गलत चीज़ मैंने मेंशन कर दी वहाँ पे, मैंने कहा जॉब सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करती है। इन लॉकडाउन टाइम आई गेस टीसीएस डज़न्ट फायर्ड मेनी एम्प्लॉइज़। ओके आदित्य, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टीसीएस डज़न्ट ऑफर जॉब सिक्योरिटी, इफ यू आर गुड वी विल कीप यू रिटेन, अदरवाइज़ यू आर बाय। मैं ओके सर, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई एम टोटली इनटू हार्ड वर्क, नो प्रॉब्लम। उसके बाद आई मेंशन आई लाइक द कोर वैल्यूज़ ऑफ रतन टाटा सर, दैट्स व्हाई आई वांट टू वर्क in his organization as well. Oh, he was okay, good, nice. So after that, I mentioned that, sir, yesterday, who is the CEO of TCS? I said, sir, Kriti Visan, sir. Yeah, former was Rajesh, sir. I explained whole about TCS. The HR was like, okay, पहले से पढ़ गया है। तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि so after that he asked that why do you want to join TCS and any questions for our side? मैंने कहा कि okay, sir, what will be the scope if I work in TCS after 4 to 5 years? He was like, okay, Aditya, so do you only want to work for 4 to 5 years? No, sir, you are misinterpreting it. I can work for 15, 20 years, no problem. But I want to say that where can I see myself? He said, you tell me, where do you see yourself in 4 to 5 years? Like, okay, sir, in a seniority position as a senior developer, or I want to work on site also in upcoming future in the foreign countries. So yeah, so this was all the interview experience.
Okay, so the HR question was quite typical, but moreover, the technical question in which they basically try to push you and to get the confidence that you have, if you have or not. Okay, so
Yeah.
don't lose your confidence. This is the message you can give to your genius. Totally. Yeah, and the interview will be very fine because I think the most it is interviewer are so helping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they will try to help you and keep the smiling during the interview, so you don't have to so panic. Okay. So if you want to share any message, Aditya.
First of all, if you are preparing for TCS, make sure that you don't lose confidence in interview because as for my knowledge, I have given 14 interviews before that. After that, the TCS interview pops up and it totally checks my confidence. And if you are targeting college placement, make sure you are also adding aptitude, general aptitude in also your list because I did that mistake.
Okay. So okay, Aditya, it was great talking with you. So hope we
Same.
will connect again in the future. For now,
Yeah, sure.
bye bye.
Thank you so much, Aman.
Thank you.